Hey, welcome back to English Learning with Friends. I'm Anna, and today I have my good friend Alex here with me.
Hey everyone, thanks for having me. I'm Alex, and I'm really excited. Hey Anna, good morning. How's your day starting?
Hey, Alex. Oh, it's going really well, actually. I just got back from the gym. I'm very tired, but in a good way, you know? Laughs.
I know exactly what you mean. That good tired. That's the best kind of tired. How long have you been awake?
Oh, maybe 3 hours? I woke up very early. I couldn't sleep anymore. And I thought, well, I might as well go to the gym, so that's what I did.
That's awesome. You're very disciplined. I'm not like that. I'm extremely lazy in the mornings.
No, come on. You seem pretty motivated to me.
Well, maybe. But mornings they're awfully hard for me. I really struggle with them.
Yeah, mornings are tough. Okay, well, since we're here and talking, do you want to introduce yourself to our viewers? Tell them about you?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I'm Alex. I'm from Seattle originally. I grew up in Washington State, very rainy state. But I moved to Denver about 4 years ago. I work as a software engineer, so I work with computers and code and all that technical stuff. It's very interesting work, but it can be extremely stressful sometimes. Outside of work, I love hiking, photography, and cooking. I also play guitar, though I'm not extremely good at it.
I'm sure you're better than you think. What about you, Anna? Tell us about yourself. Okay, so I'm Anna. I'm from Colorado originally. I've always lived here. I work as a elementary school teacher, so I teach kids. I teach them about reading, math, science, all kinds of things. And I absolutely love my job. The kids are very funny, they're adorable, and every day is really different. That's what I love. Outside of work, I love yoga, cooking like Alex, and spending time with my family. I have a really big family, very close. We do a lot of things together.
That sounds nice. A big family. Do you see them a lot?
Yes, very often actually. We have family dinners like every other weekend. It's terribly chaotic, but in a good way. Everyone's talking and laughing, and it's loud.
That sounds fun. That sounds really fun.
It is. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something very important for English learners.
We are. We're going to talk about adverbs, specifically adverbs that show large degree.
Right, so like words that mean a lot or very much, words that show intensity.
Exactly. And we're focusing on 5 specific adverbs: very, extremely, really, awfully, and terribly.
And these are words that English speakers use constantly, like every single day.
Yes, so it's super important to understand them and to know when to use each one.
Okay, let's get started. So let's start with very. This is probably the most common one, right?
Absolutely. Very is the #1 adverb of large degree. People use it all the time.
Okay, so what does very mean?
Well, very means a lot, a large amount, more than a little bit.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. So like, that coffee is very hot. That means the coffee has a high temperature, like extremely hot. Or she's very smart. That means she's really intelligent.
Okay, so it's just adding intensity to an adjective?
Yes, exactly. You take an adjective and you add very before it, and it makes it stronger.
And it's totally neutral, right? Like it's not negative or positive?
Right. Very is neutral. You can use it with positive adjectives and negative adjectives. That's very good. That's very bad. Both work.
Okay, that makes sense. And it's the most common?
Yes, if you don't know which adverb to use, very is always safe. You can almost always use very.
Nice, that's helpful to know. Okay, what's the next one?
Okay, so extremely. And this one is stronger than very.
Stronger? So it's more intense?
Yes, extremely it's a big degree of something, like maximum intensity.
Can you explain more?
So if I say that coffee is very hot, maybe it's 75 degrees hot. But if I say that coffee is extremely hot, maybe it's 95 degrees hot. It's more intense.
Okay, so extremely is the stronger version of very.
Right. And extremely sounds more formal, maybe? More educated, more serious?
So you would use it in more formal situations?
Well, you can use it casually too, but it does have a more formal feel to it. Like, I might say, I'm extremely disappointed instead of I'm very disappointed if I really want to emphasize it.
Okay, and when would you use it?
I think when something is really at the maximum level, like this task is extremely difficult, or she's extremely talented, it's a strong statement.
Got it. So extremely is stronger and more formal than very.
Yes, that's a good way to say it.
Okay, what about really? That's a common word too, right?
Oh yes, really is very common. Maybe as common as very.
Really? I just said really.
I know, and that's the thing about really. It's used all the time, in casual speech especially.
So it's more casual than very.
I would say they're pretty similar, but really it has a different feeling. It's more personal, more emotional maybe.
Can you give me an example?
So like, that movie is very good sounds kind of neutral, but that movie is really good sounds like I'm personally saying I enjoyed it, like I'm sharing my opinion.
Oh, so really is more about the person saying it.
Yes, I think so. Like when you say really, you're adding your own feeling to it, your own experience.
That's interesting. So very is objective and really is more subjective.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good way to say it, yes.
Nice, I like that. So really is casual and personal and subjective.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have two more, awfully and terribly. And I notice these sound kind of negative.
Yes, that's a very good observation. Both of these words have a negative feeling to them.
So you wouldn't use them with positive adjectives?
Well, you can, but it sounds kind of strange. Like, that's terribly wonderful. It sounds weird, right?
Yeah, it does sound weird. So what do you use them for?
So, like, that was awfully cold, or he was terribly rude. Those sound more natural because cold and rude are already negative or difficult.
Okay, so you use them when you're talking about something negative or difficult?
Right, and actually, awfully and terribly are kind of old-fashioned. Young people don't use them as much.
Oh, so they're not as common?
Not as common, no, but people still use them, especially with certain phrases, like, I'm terribly sorry. That's a common phrase.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. That sounds kind of polite, actually.
It does. It sounds very polite, very formal, but it sounds also a bit sad or regretful.
Interesting. So terribly can be polite and regretful at the same time.
Yes, that's actually a good way to understand it, yes.
Cool. Okay, so to summarize, very is neutral and common, extremely is strong and formal, really is casual and personal, awfully and terribly are negative or regretful sounding.
Yes, that's a perfect summary.
Okay, so now I'm wondering what's the main difference? Like, if I want to say something is big or strong, which one do I use?
That's a really good question, and honestly, they're all pretty similar. They all mean a large degree of something.
So it doesn't really matter which one I use?
Well, no, it kind of matters, but there's overlap. There's flexibility.
Can you explain?
Okay, so think of it this way. If you're speaking casually with friends, you would use very or really or extremely.
So those three work in casual situations.
Yes, and very is probably the safest, the most neutral. Really is more personal. Extremely is stronger.
Okay, and what about awfully and terribly.
Those are for when something is difficult or negative, or when you want to sound very polite and formal, like, I'm terribly sorry.
Okay, I think I'm getting it. Like, it depends on the situation and your tone.
Yes, exactly. It depends on what you're trying to say and how you're saying it.
Nice. Okay, I think I understand the main ideas.
Okay, so let me tell you a story, and I'm going to use all of these adverbs, and you'll see how they work in real situations.
Yes, I'd love that. Tell me a story.
Okay, so last week I went on a hiking trip, and it was extremely difficult. The weather was awfully cold, like very, very cold.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I brought a friend, and he was really not prepared. He had the wrong clothes, he had the wrong shoes. It was terribly unfortunate.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, we were hiking up a mountain, and after about an hour, my friend said, "Alex, I'm extremely tired. I don't think I can continue."
Poor guy.
Yeah, and I was really worried about him. I thought, we're far from the car. This is a very bad situation. But then I realized we could go down. We didn't have to reach the top. We could just turn around.
That was smart.
So we turned around and we went back to the car. And when we got there, my friend was terribly embarrassed. He said, "I'm so sorry. I'm terribly sorry."
Oh.
And I said, "Don't be sorry. You did really well for your first time. Don't worry."
That's nice.
And after that, we went to get coffee, really good coffee, hot coffee, and we sat and talked for hours. It was very nice.
Oh, that's a nice ending to the story.
Yeah, it was. And that's how these adverbs work in real life. You use them to express how you feel, how intense something is.
Okay, so now I want to tell you a story. Can I?
Of course, yes.
So I have a student, and he's very shy, like extremely shy. He doesn't like to talk in class.
Okay.
And one day we were doing a presentation, and he had to stand up and talk in front of the whole class, and I could see he was terribly nervous. He was really scared.
Oh.
And his hands were shaking. His voice was shaking. It was awfully hard to watch, but I wanted to encourage him. So I said, "You're doing really great. I'm very proud of you."
Oh, that's nice.
And after he finished, everyone clapped, and he was so happy. And he came to me after class, and he said, "Thank you. You were very kind to me."
Oh, that's sweet.
And since then, he's been participating more. He's still shy, but he's not terribly shy anymore. He's gotten better.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful.
And I realized sometimes people just need someone to believe in them, someone to say, "You're doing really well," and that can change everything.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay, so are there any common mistakes people make with these adverbs?
Oh, yes. Many mistakes.
Okay, tell me.
People sometimes use extremely in very casual situations, and it sounds too formal, like, I'm extremely hungry. That sounds a little stiff if you're talking to your friend.
So extremely is too formal for casual conversation?
Not too formal, but it stands out. Like your friend might think, why is he being so formal?
Okay, what's another mistake?
People sometimes forget that these adverbs go before the adjective, not after. So they say good very instead of very good.
Oh, word order is important?
Very important. Very good. Extremely difficult. Really nice. The adverb comes first.
Okay. Anything else?
I think people sometimes use really too much. Like every sentence has really in it, and it gets boring. So variety is good.
So don't use the same adverb all the time?
Right. Mix them up. Use very sometimes, use extremely sometimes, use really sometimes.
That makes sense. Okay, so can we do some practice? Can you ask me questions?
Sure, great idea. Okay, so how do you feel about teaching?
Mm, I think I'm extremely passionate about teaching. I really love it. Every day is very different, and that keeps me engaged and interested.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Okay, next question. What's something that's been very difficult for you recently?
Hmm. Well, I've been working very hard on a big project at school, and it's been extremely time-consuming. Like, I go home and I'm terribly tired, and I don't have much energy left for other things.
I understand that. That sounds really challenging.
It is, but I'll be done soon, and then I'll feel very relieved. Okay, my turn. What's something you're really excited about?
Oh, well, I'm extremely excited about this photography project I'm working on. I want to take photos of different places in Colorado, very beautiful places, and I want to make a book or a website with the photos.
That sounds amazing.
I'm very passionate about it, really excited, so I'm working on it every weekend.
That's awesome. I hope it goes really well.
Thank you. I think it will. I'm very optimistic about it.
Okay, so I want to understand the intensity levels better. Like, which one is the strongest?
Oh, good question. So I would say from least intense to most intense, it goes like this.
Okay, tell me.
So very is the baseline. It's medium intensity. Really is about the same as very, maybe slightly more personal. Extremely is stronger than very. It's higher intensity.
And awfully and terribly?
Well, awfully and terribly are kind of on the side because they're not just about intensity. They're about having a negative feeling. So they're different. They're not purely about strength.
Okay, so they're a different category?
Yes, they're a different category. They're about negativity or difficulty or old-fashioned politeness, not just intensity.
That's helpful to know. That's really helpful.
So basically, if you want to just add intensity without negativity, use very, really, or extremely.
Got it. And if you want to add a negative feeling or old-fashioned politeness, use awfully or terribly.
Exactly.
Okay, so I want to see them all used in different sentences. Can you do that?
Sure. Okay, so that restaurant is very good. That restaurant is really good. That restaurant is extremely good.
So all three work.
All three work. Very is neutral and standard. Really is more personal and casual. Extremely is stronger and more formal.
Okay, what about awfully and terribly?
That restaurant is awfully crowded. Or, the food was terribly overpriced. Those work because crowded and overpriced are negative or difficult.
Right. Okay, what about another situation?
Okay, so like a test. That test was very difficult. That test was really difficult. That test was extremely difficult.
And those all work?
Yes, all three. And then that test was awfully hard, or that test was terribly challenging. Those work too, because difficult, hard, and challenging they're all challenging things.
Okay, I see the pattern. Can you do one more?
Okay, emotions. I'm very happy. I'm really happy. I'm extremely happy.
Those are positive.
Right, positive. And then I'm terribly sorry. That works. But I'm awfully happy or I'm terribly happy. Those don't sound as natural because happy is positive.
Okay, I think I see it now. Awfully and terribly go better with negative or difficult words.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay, so let me see if I can summarize all of this.
Please do.
So, very is the most common and neutral adverb of large degree. Really is casual and personal. Extremely is strong and formal. Awfully and terribly are for negative or difficult situations, or for old-fashioned politeness.
Yes, perfect. You've got it.
And they all go before the adjective, not after. And you shouldn't use the same one all the time.
Right, you've got all the main points.
Great. So I think this is really useful for English learners.
It is, and I think the most important thing is understand the difference, but also know that there's flexibility. You can use them in different ways.
Right. Like, native speakers don't always follow perfect rules. They mix them up sometimes.
Exactly. Language is flexible. As long as you communicate clearly, you're doing well.
That's a good way to think about it.
You know, I really enjoyed this conversation.
Me too. I learned a lot.
And I think talking about language with you makes me appreciate English more, makes me think about how complex it is.
It is complex, but it's also beautiful.
It is. It really is.
And I hope our viewers feel the same way. I hope they see that English it's not scary. It's actually very interesting.
Absolutely. And these adverbs are a great example of that. They're simple words, but they have nuance. They have meaning.
Right. They help you express exactly what you're feeling, exactly how intense something is.
Yes, that's why they're so important.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should wrap up soon.
Yeah, me too. But this was very fun.
It really was.
Okay, so for anyone watching, I hope you learned about these adverbs today.
Yes, and I hope you practice using them. Don't be afraid to use them in your conversations.
Right, and listen to native speakers. Hear how they use these adverbs. That's the best way to learn.
And remember, very, really, and extremely are your main ones. Awfully and terribly are special.
Right, and mix them up. Don't use the same one every time.
Thank you so much for this conversation, Alex. This was really educational.
Thank you for being here, Anna. This was extremely fun.
You used extremely.
I did, naturally. Okay, well, thank you to our viewers.
Bye, everyone!
Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.